In a world as expansive as Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, it opens up possibility to do anything. To walk across the land, to follow wagons until sunrise. But along with these harmless activities, there are also quite a few actions that do face harsher consequences. Some that change the course of the game and how you play. The laws set in games help keep the peace while punishing those who don't follow them. But what happens when we break them on purpose? And what happens if we break them but no one sees? Does it still count? I set out across the land to test the laws from small to large and see what punishments each have. My name is Spagbowl and welcome to Are the Laws in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 Actually Fair? First thing, before we get started, I just want to say a quick shout out to an amazing creator, Ennie Austin. He made a video not too long ago where he tested what is illegal in Grand Theft Auto. I wanted to build on that idea in my own way, but if you haven't seen it or subscribed to him, I highly recommend both for a good time. Anyways, let's get back on the road. After following all the wagons in the previous video, Henrik decided to rest up in Sukdal, which just so happened to be where his best friend, Pillary Pete, was hanging out. Hello, my friend, hello. Pillary Pete is here from day to night to morning. Not sure if he just loves the Pillary, but it got us wondering if he is there for a reason. Is it a fair reason? Or is it an unfair reason why our best friend is locked up? He'll be alright.
You brute.
Oi, oi! We don't even know what he did. After talking to Pillary Pete for a few more hours, we decided that this would be our next survey. We wouldn't dare encroach on Pete's territory, so we rode over to the next town in Miskowitz to test some laws. Of course, leaving with some words of encouragement for Pete. See ya, mate, hang in there. To start off, we ran into some bandits along the way who wouldn't let us pass without confrontation. Whoa. I could see your pantaloons. Then, some more bandits. Come on, do not mess with Henrik. He is not happy already. He has to go commit crimes in the name of research. We handled them swiftly and effectively, and went off about our day to the town of Miskowitz. No matter where we would go, it would seem there would be always a person locked up in a pillory. Kind of like a staple of a town in this region. We wanted to be presentable before we start to commit crimes in the name of research, so a quick wash to scrub off the blood, and Henrik is looking brand new. It's all about first impressions, you know. Right away, we had our first encounter. People arguing right outside the tavern. I had a couple of options, but I picked the one I thought would be the most funny. Oh!
Come on there.
Nice one.
Yeah, that was a nice one. God damn! Henrik watched in awe as these men fought it out. So did the guards too. After a brutal blow, we ran to the man. Not to help him, but to do something even funnier. Rob him in broad daylight as he slept. Since we are just conducting a survey, we surrendered to the guard to see what our punishment might be. Okay, so we've got options. Well, I'm quite hungry, so I guess I'll pay the fine because I don't really want to go on the pillory right now. Now, so far, the consequence of robbing someone is fair. But what was unfair was the guard took our freely looted items. He did not return the items to the person we took them from. Instead, he pocketed both the coin and the clothes, and set out on his merry way. I wasn't sure if the guards are really out to protect the people, or to line their pockets, but off he went. A quick snack break for Henrik, and we were back on track to testing the laws. I did feel a little bad seeing the guy limp around. Hey, you all good, mate? The guard took your clothes off me. I was going to give them right back to you. But, yeah, he took them. With no shirt and no gear, as the guard rudely did not give it back to him. I was just holding on to the items for him, I swear. Next, I wanted to try being a bit more of a nuisance than outright stealing. So what better way to do that than eavesdropping on a conversation? Right in front of someone. It did not seem to bother them at all. Like, cloak wide open, letting the breeze flow by. No one cared. The only thing people were bothered by was crouching. Hello.
What are you skulking around for,
Hey,
you crook?
innkeeper!
that beer.
I mean, how rude of Henrik. He should have been standing straight up on that table. It could be his posture or his unwillingness to stand, but it seems apart from some harsh words, people don't mind our presence. We even try blocking people from entering buildings with our sturdy build. Password please. However, they ended up clipping right through us. Some even phased completely out of reality. What?
What's the matter?
Why's she despawning? Next, we tried to hang out near some guards, see if they would have any reaction to our sweet Henrik. And the man in the pillory. We also met someone that our cousin Henry is familiar with. Henry will come get you soon, mate. Henry will come get... I know Henry. I know Henry will come get you. Just not me. I cannot help you, I'm sorry. Don't give me those sad eyes, please. I can't look. Stop staring at me, Yanush! Stop staring at me! It broke my heart seeing Yanush stare at us with those puppy dog eyes. But we had a survey to continue. Going back to eavesdropping and getting into personal spaces, what if we tried that in someone's home?
Where have you gone?
I'm right here. What do you mean, where have I gone? I'm right here.
Why are you holding a weapon? What do you want?
Nothing. I'm just market research. That's all I can say.
What's the meaning of this? Tell me.
No. It seems we were getting nowhere, with the lady only repeating herself.
Where have you gone?
So we took things a bit further and went inside the house. What happens if I step in here?
You've got no business here.
I do, actually. Funny story, I do have business here. After standing in the house for a while as an unwelcome guest, hello, mister, we had been threatened with her calling the guards. Nervous and not wanting to cause too much trouble, we tried to leave. You are not playing around, are you?
All right. There's going to be
Okay,
trouble.
I'm sorry. Let me out. She won't let me out. Let me out. I'm sorry. Let me out. Why am I taking damage? Hold on.
Really go and get those guards. Is that what you want?
I don't want the guards. I want to get out. You're trapping me here. She's beating my ass. I'm gonna die. She manhandled Henrik in the house and held him for extortion. Henrik, a man who had taken down multiple bandits, was up against an immovable object. We caved and paid her the money to keep it on the hush. Compensation for what? She just blocked... With our house so low, I thought since we paid them coin, it wouldn't hurt to help ourselves to some of their food. You don't mind if I have a little taste test, right? Just a little taste test. Boy, was I wrong. Guards were called, and even they didn't want some of the mystery soup, so we surrendered. Do you want some food? I made the grave mistake of accepting the pillory instead of paying. I was being cheap, and the cost of the pillory was way higher than what I should have paid. I did think it was unfair, however. After the lady put me in an Oklahoma drill, not letting me leave, it seemed like it'll be okay for me to take a little snack for the road. But Henrik was put in the pillory and left to rot for days. I don't know who that is, but it seems like someone took our punishment for us. Thank you, sir. With our legs giving out, we tried to sleep away the pain in a nice little cot up in the barn, until we were rudely woken up. Whoa, is it an axe?
Moving. You've no business here.
My bad.
You just crash in here? And with a weapon?
My bad.
What kind of a man are you?
I just want to go... I'm going to go back to sleep. You again? Let me sleep.
Well, are you going? Away with you.
Fine, I'll go. Move out the way then. Be honest here. Would you let this man into your house? Actually, that's unflattering. Let's get some nice lighting. Stay with me. Now I ask you again, would you let this man into your house? On second thought, maybe not. Starved and tired, we brought some food and went to sleep. I would like to point out, though, that when you get either hungry or sleepy, you end up wobbling around and blanking out. I think it's kind of funny that this is the case of having a hungry tummy. We weren't done with testing out being a nuisance, so we did the next sane thing. We jumped all over the merchant tables, each single one. I hate vegetables! Henrik hates vegetables! And no one cared. Even with our feet right in the produce, no one batted an eye. We also needed some coin after the guards siphoned everything out of us, so we went to the local blacksmith to sell.
Show me your way.
That little pause before Henrik talked, just staring at him dead in the face. We did end up picking out a weapon that complimented Henrik as well. We weren't lucky fishing for compliments from the locals. Like, does it suit me? Does it really like compliment my character? That's kind of what I'm wondering. What do you think of this mace? What do you think of the mace? The mace! The mace! The mace! The mace! The mace! Does it suit my character?
Put it away.
I want your opinion on it. No one's given me their opinion. Oh, you've got one too. We could be like brothers. Maybe holding a weapon out in public to a guard wasn't the best idea. All I wanted was a little reassurance, but the type of reassurance I got was a fine of 25 coin and being condemned for our actions.
Don't let it happen again.
Since we have been messing around and being a little nuisance to the poor town of Miskowitz, Henrik had gained a lot more confidence and was ready to up his game. Before we could do any of that sort, we had an itch that just needed to be scratched.
I'll surely fall my way.
Oh, it's just that time.
Would you like to play?
What the mix did? We even gained a viewer to watch us double our money. Hey, oh, we got a crowd now. Let's go.
Come to mama.
Unbelievable.
No!
I've never
I mean,
seen anything like that.
you've never seen anything like that. What do you do here all day? Sorry, I didn't mean to take it out on you. We were a little embarrassed by our loss, but with the big boss innkeeper watching over, we could not give up. Our gambling skills had even been heard throughout the realm.
I've heard about you, but you can't.
She's heard about us! Henrik, your gambling has traveled through the realm. With the confidence boost, Henrik was gleaming and took home a victory. Henrik, you've won. Henrik, you've won. Henrik, you've won. Oh, 1,000 above! But it also gave us an idea. Oh, I'm a coward. You're using illegal dice. Which, Henrik, we need... Let me talk to you over here, Henrik. Alright, Henrik, buddy. That lady over there, don't look, but that lady over there, what I want you to do, and this is another test, it's for your survey. We're gonna go over there, we might trail her at night, and we're gonna pickpocket those dice. I know, you don't like the crimes, but remember, we've got to do it.
Nice
We've
one.
got to push through it. With our target in sight, all we had to do was wait till she left, then those dice would surely be ours. So we waited. Maybe we waited a little bit too long, as after our nap, she was gone. But no worry, as we would trail the next person who dares to sit in the chair, we had found our target. As we were watching them in the middle of their game, something distinct caught my ear. Wait, hold up. Don't go anywhere, I hear something. Exactly what I thought it was. No way! Two boys fighting in the mud. Now there's some good boys right there, they're just playing around in the mud, getting a little dirty. Henrik assumed the position and quietly stalked our next victim. Patiently waiting, observing, and scheming, we watched over the man. Then suddenly, it was go time. We followed him to where his next stop would be. Hopefully it would be somewhere not as crowded. Somewhere calm for Henrik to pull off a masterful pickpocket. Picking the lock was easy, but the next part was where men are made. There's this dice, Henrik. Grab that. Just like that, we had made off with the loot. Run! Henrik, run! Henrik, run! Go boy! You did well, Henrik. You did well. Turns out we got nothing good. A lousy gambler's die was not what we were expecting. After all that time stalking, waiting, and following, we got nothing good. So back to it this time with the expectation of being caught. Alright, Henrik, get ready, okay? Get ready.
What are you doing? Help! Pickpocket!
Look out! He's going through your pocket!
I'm not. This is purely experiment. Wait, you can't get help if I block you. Oh, never mind. Henrik started to get cold feet, so we tried to be sneaky and throw off the guards. Oh, he went that way. He went that way. Yeah, see, he went that way. Oh, you're talking to me. It did not work. We surrendered to see what the punishment would be. Henrik, you don't have time for the pillory. We've got places to be. Just pay the fine.
All right.
Because we were so humiliated from the guard ransacking our pockets, Henrik pulled out his mace again to antagonize the guard. But this time, we weren't going to surrender. Not right away, anyways.
That weapon!
What do you figure this weapon? Does it go with my outfit or not?
Christ's wounds, I told you to put away that weapon.
No.
What's it gonna be then?
The punishment for fighting with the guard seemed to be pretty low, and with Henrik's deep pockets, we paid him off to leave us alone. As midnight struck and the town had gone to sleep, we decided it was time to leave them in peace. One day of Henrik's antics was enough for these people, and it was starting to show. With the laws we had broken, both the pickpocketing and trespassing, the punishments for them, I would say, are fair. The looting of a conscious man is about 50-50. My punishment was fair, but the fact the guard took the clothes for himself was pretty wild to me. But we left Miskowitz promptly on our way to another town to cause trouble. And that town, Troskowitz. On our way to the travelling merchant, I thought what else would be a good test than to trespass in an area with no guards and see how people would react. I'm doing a peaceful protest. Your prices for the wagons are way too high.
This is your last clip. You won't budge, eh? Have it your way. Stop gaping at me like I'm speaking in tongues and do something. Aren't you going to pay me for the damages?
Well, Henrik, are you? Well, that's not what I expected. Okay. Okay, chill. In all honesty, I would have to say this was a fair reaction. No guards in sight, but a random German man not leaving your house. I guess you would take matters into your own hands as well, but as this was a small test of curiosity, we called it quick and tried a speech check to get out of trouble. Try to do some speech.
How about I kick your teeth in
Oh,
instead?
damn, Henrik.
Then what'll you do?
You're supposed to be a sweet boy. What's going on with you?
We'll forget about it. I won't say a word to anyone. Just go.
Henrik, what? Ow, what the fuck? Yeah, actually, that was well deserved.
I want to go to the Trotsky region.
Quite a journey.
After all of that,
And I'm at
can
your
you take me to
service.
Trotsky? Yeah, sure. Just like the past 5 minutes didn't even exist.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Wait, what did you say? What did you just say to me? Was that a Skyrim reference? Hold up. Say that again. Say that again. As we travelled across the region, I noticed a change in Henrik. He wasn't as shy of committing crimes, of what people might think. It is almost as the exposure and starting off small then ramping up actually helped him. I wasn't sure whether to be proud or to be worried. Another person locked up in the Pillary for stealing, a common reoccurring theme in Bohemia. Now, what better way to up the ante than some good old-fashioned battery? Henrik gave him a good run for his money, before more people joined the brawl. Then, eventually, the guards got involved. We were getting to the world's best dodging match, so we called it early to see what the guards had in mind for us. Faced with some harsh options, our sweet Henrik was a bit cautious of the lashings, so we opted for the fine. This one seemed fair. Fighting multiple people and guards, both the punishment and the fine were pretty reasonable to me. But as all things go, we had to push things further. And how further could you go than the bailiff? Henrik just waltzed right over there and smacked him on the head.
Have you gone mad?
This one had a higher fine to pay. Henrik, still not eager for the lashings, tried to smooth talk his way out of it.
Let me explain. It was a bet. He bet that he was faster than me and that he'd jump out of the way.
What kind of an idiotic bet was that?
It didn't work.
I don't know.
So we paid the fine.
Be on your way!
You're pulling some interesting facial expressions right there. He'll sleep it off.
That's a lot of blood.
I know. This is kind of strange. I'm starting to feel that you can do anything in this game, commit any crime, and still be fine, as long as you pay. Maybe I was right, or maybe, just maybe, I could be wrong. Henrik had been tussling with himself during the survey. Before, he was just an ordinary person, conducting surveys for fun, and at first, this one turned out to be the same. But after physically hurting people, stealing valuables that went against what Henrik stood for, there was a change. It seemed that the line he wouldn't cross kept getting pushed out further and further. Henrik knew that there was one more thing he had to do, and the cost of it would be too great. But in the name of research, we set out. And finally, we came across our unfortunate victim. Cautiously, we dismounted our horse and approached him. And then...
You want to kill me? Help! Where is everyone?
we had done it. We had crossed our line. An innocent bystander caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. It makes me wonder. Striking him down in the middle of the forest. No one around. It is the same as if a tree falls and no one hears it. Did it really happen? Would this person be missed, as he would not show up again? Friends, family, never knowing what might have happened to him. And for ourselves, if we cross that line, does it just disappear? We didn't think on it too long as we had one final place to be. Anxiously, we made our way back to the caravan for transport to Kuddenberg. Arriving back in Sukdal, things were a lot different than from the start of this journey. We rode past Pete, but couldn't even muster the strength to look at him. Through the night, the rain set in. All that was there was our thoughts in the road. Everything else was silent. How could it be that we could become so different in such a short amount of time? To turn our back on all that we believed in. But any of these thoughts that tried to pry into Henrik's mind failed, as there was one final piece left to this puzzle. On our way to Kuddenberg we rode. Daylight struck the city, mobs of people out, and Henrik with one final test.
That weapon!
My God!
Quick! You killed him!
Henrik had now completed what he set out to do, surrendering on sight with the guard. One thing that honestly surprised me is that you can pay your way out of this. But for us, this was something we wanted to remember. For something so horrible, we accepted our punishment and chose to be branded on the neck.
Fine. Take me away.
Executioner! Carry out the sentence!
After all that, it felt weird. For such a punishment, it was over so quick. We were marked for life and it would change how the world would see us, but life moved on. I didn't just cut one person down in the street, but also scarred multiple people who witnessed. There was an option to pay, but it didn't seem worth it for us, for getting away with this act. Henrik had faced the consequences of his actions, and I'm not sure if this was a fair consequence. Taking a person's life for a brand on our neck. We did go back to see what the actual outcome is if you pay off the guards, and it was lackluster.
In that case, an indulgence will suffice. Now, be on your way.
But for us in our journey, Henrik will need some good rest before our next adventure. So we will go lay down and think about our survey.
Henrik, no! No! No!